My name is Sophie. I was 22 years old when I first met Ethan. He was an ordinary man, humble and caring. We quickly fell in love, sharing our dreams and aspirations with each other. Every day felt like a new adventure, and we were inseparable. But one day, things took a turn. It was just a misunderstanding, but it was big enough to tear us apart. After our argument, we stopped seeing each other. I waited for him, hoping he would reach out, but he never came back. Weeks passed, and I found out I was pregnant. Panic overwhelmed me, and I didn't know what to do. I wrote to Ethan, hoping to share the news, but he never replied. He completely ignored me. As time went on, I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, Lily, but there was something terribly wrong. She was born with a serious illness. The treatments she needed were extremely expensive, and I was unemployed, struggling to afford her medications. I cried every night, praying for a miracle. My parents did all they could, but their help wasn't enough. Desperate, I reached out to Ethan once more, asking for his support. I wasn't angry with him. I just needed him to step up for our daughter. At first, he refused, but after much back and forth, he agreed to pay $150 a month for child support. I was grateful, but the amount wasn't nearly enough for the medical care Lily needed. Years passed, and then one day I saw Ethan's picture on the internet. He had become a well-known millionaire. People adored him, praised his success, and admired his life. Ethan was married now, with a son and a daughter. His wife lived a life of luxury. He'd bought her a sports car worth $500,000 and a mansion worth over $1 million. He shared photos of his perfect life online, showing off his travels. I couldn't help but feel frustrated. Why couldn't he help our daughter? Why was she still suffering while he lived in luxury? I decided to reach out again, but this time, he blocked me. I felt hopeless and helpless, but I knew I couldn't stay silent any longer. I shared my story with the world. I told everyone that Ethan was Lily's father. He only paid $150 a month in child support while our daughter's health deteriorated. I hoped to get more help for Lily's treatments. The news spread like wildfire. People were shocked. How could the kind, generous Ethan they admired ignore his own daughter? How could he lavish expensive gifts on his wife, but do so little for his own child? But I also faced harsh criticism. Some people questioned my timing. Are you speaking up now because Ethan's rich? They asked. Are you trying to ruin his life? Their words cut deep. I cried many nights, feeling torn between wanting to help my daughter and not wanting to destroy anyone's life. But in the end, nothing changed. I stopped fighting and focused solely on my daughter. 2 years later, I decided to move on with my life. I met a man named Ryan who loved me and accepted Lily as his own. We got married and started a new chapter in our lives. Then, unexpectedly, Ethan reached out to me. He wanted to see his daughter. I was surprised but agreed. Ryan supported my decision, and we met at a park. Ethan was waiting with toys and gifts for Lily. He hugged her tightly, tears in his eyes. He looked at me and said, "I was wrong, Sophie. I'm sorry. I want to make things right. Please, accept this. It's for Lily." He handed me the keys to a car and a house, saying, "I want to take care of her now." Ethan also gave me a large sum of money to cover all of Lily's medical bills and promised to change her last name to his. "She's my daughter," he said. "I'll be there for her from now on." It was hard to believe, but Ethan had truly changed. He kept his promises, visiting Lily often and supporting her in every way. Lily's health started to improve, and she was happier than ever. Life was finally finding its balance. Years went by, and Lily grew stronger and healthier. Ethan continued to show his love not just through money, but through his time and attention. One day, his wife Emily came to visit me. She said, "Thank you for giving Ethan another chance. He talks about Lily all the time. she has changed him for the better. I smiled and said, "We all make mistakes. What matters is that we try to fix them." From that moment, we became friends. Emily treated Lily with kindness, and though life was far from perfect, it was filled with love, forgiveness, and hope. Looking back, I realized that pain could turn into strength, and that mistakes can lead to better choices. And so, as I stand here today, watching Lily smile and knowing that her father has finally stepped up, I can't help but feel a sense of peace. Ethan learned his lesson, and we all moved forward together. But it's a question I often ask myself. Is it too late to repair the damage done? Can we really heal the wounds of the past, or is some pain too deep to fix? What do you think? Can time truly change a person, or is it just a matter of waiting for the right moment? Let me know in the comments below.